I went through 31 secretaries in 2 years. They were horrible, horrible. That went over like a fart in church with me. Hi ladies, Sharon's here. Welcome to Ask Sharon Anything You Want. Yes, I have compiled together all the questions, and I started to do a series because there was like hundreds of questions, and I so appreciate your questions. They are so much fun, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I want to start with one because every week I'm going to do maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe just 2, questions each and every week, and it's called Ask Sharon. So let's go with the first one, okay? And this is from Pretty Pouts and Glam by Proxy. Okay, by Roxy. Proxy, hello. It says, Dear Sharon, you are so adorable and sweet-spirited. Thank you, girl. Question, which vitamin C serum should I start using? A good, cost-effective one, please, ma'am. Okay, there are 2 vitamin C's that are the most potent, the best of the best of the best. I'm not going to tell you they're dirt cheap because it's going to be good vitamin C, pure. It's going to be medical grade vitamin C, which means it penetrates all the way down to the, to the dermis. First one is Skinceuticals Vitamin C. The second one is Cellex-C. Now, I have tried every vitamin C on the market. I have talked to every plastic surgeon in or around that I know of, as well as dermatologists and estheticians. They all say those 2 are the very, very, very best. Now, I'm not going to tell you they're not pricey. If you get a bottle of Skinceuticals Vitamin C, you're looking at maybe $162. What you want to do is to go on eBay to the top sellers. Look in the beauty area under the top sellers, and there are several that I know personally that are selling it at half price. And that's as good as you're going to get on any medical grade, is half price, and that's unusual. But they know I'm getting ready to come out with my line, God only knows when. But most all of my stuff is half price. But they can't go any lower than that. Not for good, medical grade, okay? So I want you to try that, because that is where you can get the vitamin C you can afford. And trust me, it makes a complete difference. I have tried the ordinary vitamin C. I've tried Skindeva. Does not even compare. Does zero. Because the molecules are not small enough to get down to the layers. We tested, we proved it. It doesn't do it. So, it's kind of like the old saying, you get what you pay for. Okay? All right, thanks so much for your question. I appreciate it. Keep sending them out, girl. Okay, my ladies, the next question is from Missy Steinfeld. Says, Sharon, as always, super interesting. I like the part where you said exfoliating, retin-A, and serums are as effective as derma rolling. You are so funny and give great advice. I cracked up when you tried the girl in gift packages. You better give those away quick, or you're going to hoard them all. No fooling, girls. You can bet on that. It says, I am good to go on products, but fun to watch your excitement. Love you so much. I will ask you 3 questions anyway, if you don't mind, and you can answer them or not. You have created a beautiful life for yourself, helping others. What was your motivation to get started in your career? And what about your work or your life in general is the toughest, and what is the best things that have happened to you? Okay, what motivated me in my career? Let me tell you where I started. I started when I graduated from college with a nursing degree. Yes, I was a nurse. I was a surgical nurse, more cardiovascular. Okay, so then as it went on, I was very dear friends with the instructors I used to have. They wanted me to come and speak and motivate a lot of their, students, because they were losing hope. They were, jumping out of the program, and I can understand why. It's the most grueling program in the world is the nursing program, I can tell you. I mean, you're sitting there doing all these care plans and assessments, all this garbage. You've got 5 million books in front of you, and then by the time they hit microbiology, they want to go hang themselves in a closet. Mary Ellen knows what I'm talking about, and some of you other nurses out there. So it was really tough. So I became the motivator there. As I became the motivator there, I became the motivator here, 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 and here. And I was picked up by different sponsors for speaking at women's events. I was on every single radio station around the country and abroad as well, and all major TV shows, and it grew from there. And then I started writing books, and I started making programs. I'm still doing major events, and on and on and on, and that's how all that got started. I quit the nursing career for a career of nothing but major travel for 30 plus years. But I tell you, I did love it, every bit of it. And if I were asked to go back out on the road again, I would do it, more or less. I may not hit it as hard as I used to, but I would. Okay, and what were some of the toughest and what are the best things? You know what the toughest things were in my business? The toughest things were secretaries. First of all, I don't guess I'm the easiest person to work with. I'm glad they're not in here, okay? But I'm the type that I keep staff for a very, very long time. And if I don't, and if I know you're not organized and you're not used to having a place for everything and everything in its place and going and very structured, then I'm probably going to rip you apart. It won't work for me. I have to have someone that is very particular as I am, and I have so much going on at one time. It takes a step to say, okay, Sharon, at this time you have to do this, you have to do this at that time. Sharon, you have to be over here. Sharon, you have to go, practice over here. You have to do this. You have this phone call. You have these coaching clients. You've got this event. I mean, you see, it's on and on and on. So it's the kind of thing where you have to be highly organized. When I was out on the road, I went through 31 secretaries in 2 years. They were horrible. Horrible. Finally, after praying a million times, I had one of the best secretaries. Actually, I had 2 major secretaries. They were road secretaries, the ones that took care of me, kept things going, kept my wardrobe ready, kept me on schedule, handled clients coming in back to back to back to back, consulting with me and so forth, making sure I got to the stations on time for all the appearances. And those 2 were the creme de la creme de la creme de la creme, and yes, I love them with all my heart and soul. But I am I think I'm a little tough to work for. They tell me I'm a beast from the east. No, they don't tell me that. But I think they're thinking it, okay? But anyway, and what is the most wonderful thing that ever happened to you in work? Well, of traveling all over the country, I have received lots of keys to the city. I have received lots of different awards from all over the world, from lots of different sources. But I'm a funny kind of gal. The most important reward that I ever, or award I should say, that I ever received in my life was when the governor of Texas, Ann Richards, presented me with the Yellow Rose of Texas. I'll put it up here. For those of you from Texas, you guys know what that means. That's a top award for high achievement in what you do and what you do for your state and in around your state. That was probably the biggest honor I could have. I loved Ann Richards anyway, I can tell you that. We favored each other a lot as far as hair coloring and makeup and what have you. But of all the awards, that one is the one that touched my heart the most. I mean, I'm a diehard Texas girl, y'all, okay? I mean, I'm not about to leave this state for nothing or nobody. I mean, this is where it is. Texas is like that, It's almost like a different country. But it's very important to me. But that was probably the most special of all. Thank you for asking, girlfriend. And keep them coming, girl. Okay. Okay, and the next question comes from Debbie Talbert. It says, we saw your little great granddaughter. I can't believe you're so young having a great granddaughter. Me either, honey, and I had plenty to say about that, okay? And it says, but she is precious. How many children and grandchildren do you have? Okay, I had 2 children. My son passed away 20 some odd years ago, okay, and he was 22 years old at the time. He left a wife and 2 children behind. So I have a grandson and a granddaughter by him, and they live in Missouri. Now my granddaughter, her name is Megan. Megan is the one that had Delilah, the little girl, which makes her my great granddaughter. And they need to stop that nonsense, okay? I'm just telling you, because that went over like a fart in church with me. But then when I saw her picture, and I heard her, and I saw her, then all of a sudden I went, I think I kind of like her, you know? I think because she's so full of it. And then, of course, my daughter, Tiffany, is the one that is still living. She lives here in Texas, in Dallas, near me, right near me. And she has 2 daughters. And the oldest one was Tashiana, the one that I raised, that you have met on my videos before. And then Jordan. And Jordan is in high school. So I have 4 grandchildren and 1 great-granddaughter, okay? And thank you so much for asking. I appreciate that. And yes, I take care of them a lot. I mean, I do a lot of, I pay for the schooling, the private schools and the nonsense, the colleges, this kind of thing. So I play a big important role in all their lives. I certainly do. But, you know, that's what we're here to do, right? Okay, girlfriends. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Be sure and come back next week, because there will be more. And remember, ask Sharon anything. You can ask it down below in your comments section if you would like. Thanks so much for joining me, all my new subbies. Love, girl. Just, love you. All right, I want y'all to say sassy, classy, and confident, and give me a big thumbs up on this.